So you want to learn how to create these type of chaotic effects using AI, where you basically make your music video look like a war zone with all of these explosions and fire in the background. Well, stick around because I'm about to break it down step by step in this tutorial. But before we get into it, I'm Lurking Visuals and I run the Stay Creative store, where we got all of the assets, presets, overlays, all of that stuff that you need for your music videos. So if that's something you've been looking for, check the first link in the description, but let's get right into it. So I'm in After Effects right now, but if you're not an After Effects editor, don't trip out. You don't need After Effects to create this. The only thing I'll do in After Effects is actually just cut up my clip. So basically the part where you want the explosion to happen is where you'll cut your scene. So I'll let my scene load for like a couple seconds till like right here, and then I'll set my work area to this place right here. I can cut the clip as well. So this is basically where the AI explosions will come in. So we'll have this scene play for a couple of frames, and then the explosion will come in right here. So my work area is basically what I'll export. So go and add this to render queue and change your output settings to a JPEG file, because we'll basically just export a picture, and I'll just name my file like AI output and just export it out. Then I'll open up my browser, and there are a bunch of useful AI tools that you can use, like Kling.ai, but also Runaway, which is a really famous one. So I'll go for Runaway, and I'm on their website right now, runawayml.com. So I'll just press get started, and of course go ahead and make your account and everything. And here I have my previous generations that I made, but I'll basically just go to generate video, and here where it says drop an image, of course go ahead and pick your image, then just drop it in here and then let it load. And then I'll open up ChatGPT, and in ChatGPT I'll tell it like, write me a prompt. So I basically told ChatGPT to write me a prompt for Runaway image to video generator. I want to create a war zone with lots of explosions, keep my subject centered and in focus, but explosions and fire in the background. And this is basically the prompt that it gave me. So I'll just copy this prompt and paste it in my Runaway AI. And you don't need to add these like optional add-ons. And then all you need to do is basically just wait for this to load. While this shit loads, let me put you guys on. I don't know if you can see. Wait, hold on. This is the overnight oats with the protein powder. Yes, sir. So this is the result that I got from the first one. And I mean, I really like the fact that it kept my subject in focus, but I would really love like a little bit more chaos in the background. So I'll actually save this one. So I'll just press the download button down here, and I'll just name it like AI V1, and I'll actually create a V2. So I'll just use the same prompt basically, but I'll tell it to add more chaos to the background. You can also add stuff in the air as well, just something like that, just an extra detail. But in case it messes up again, I will just go for this one. And I'm kind of retarded, I was on Gen 3 Alpha Turbo. Make sure to change it to the latest one, Gen 4, because that one is also free. And I'll just have to import my image again. So let it generate once again and see what we get this time. It just finished generating and it was a lot faster this time, and this is the result. Alright, that's cool. That's basically what I was looking for. The only thing that I have to complain about is my subject not being in focus. You could go ahead and change that once again, but I'm just making a tutorial, so I'll actually just save this as AI V2 and then import it into your editing software, just like that. And now I'll just size it up and also speed it up as well. So right click, go to time stretch, and I'll speed it up by 50% and see what it looks like. Let's play it all through. And I don't like the beginning part. It's usually like that with these AI. So I'll actually delete that part and just cut it right here. Now we do of course have a cut right here, but I'll be adding in a shake or something like that just to make it look a little bit better. And we also got to get rid of this Runaway logo down here. So let's start off with that. We can use the rectangle tool and just mask out the bottom right here. And let's press invert on our mask. Now we got this black mask right here. Let's press the transparency grid and go to content aware fill. If you can't find your content aware fill, go up to window and just press it right here. And these are my content aware fill settings. I usually never change them. I just go for these settings because they basically always work for me. So let's set my work area, which is these blue parts, and then just scroll down to generate fill layer. If you can't see generate fill layer, you just gotta drag down your window right here till you can see it, and then press generate fill layer. And of course you gotta save our project as well. I haven't done that yet, so I'll just name it AI War Tutorial, and then we'll let it analyze for a couple seconds, and then we'll spice up this clip. And this is what it looks like now. So that logo down here is completely gone now, which is exactly what we want. But now we want to spice this up, so I'll create a new adjustment layer and cut it right here so we can add in a shake. And for the shake, I'll actually go to effects and presets, find my ultimate shake pack right here, and I'll use the subtle shake 2. That is one of my favorite ones. It's basically just a vertical shake with a flash, as you can see, but it's a really solid one. I also want to turn up the zoom a little bit, so I'll turn up the scale basically, because all of my presets are fully customizable, so you can customize them by yourself. But this vertical shake is pretty solid and I'm happy with that one. We could make it a little bit longer since we have a longer clip, so just drag out my keyframes. But that's basically it for the shake. There's not much more you can do to spice it up. If you feel like it, go ahead, add on an exposure effect as well. But that's pretty much it when it comes to these kind of shakes. I'll turn up the exposure to 2.1, turn it down to 0, and then up to like 1, and then down to 0 once again, right here. But with this shake pack, you get like 20 of my favorite shakes. There are trippy ones, there are vertical ones, horizontal ones, basic ones. Basically all you need. If you're in need of some shakes, go ahead and cop it. If you don't, doesn't matter to me. It's your choice. But this is basically my final version. And it's a really solid effect. I'm really happy about this one. I can also add in a little flash right here before the explosion comes in. So I'll just turn up the exposure to 2.3, go 3 frames back and turn it down to 0. Just something subtle like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the final effect. And if you watched this far, thank you so much for watching. If you didn't, thank you anyway. Like I said, I run the Stay Creative store. All of the presets will be linked in the description if you want to go and check them out. And I'll also have my Instagram linked in the description because I drop a lot of sauce over there as well. Oh wait, before you click off the video,